Hi there, welcome to Empowered Abundance. I'm Lori, and we have been going through a series of principles for living a life fully alive. And we are in principle number 10. And principle number 10 is you have a PhD from MSU. What does that mean? Okay, so at birth, you were given this crazy mad ability to make shit up. Okay, so when we think about what does that mean in our life and how does that play out, so think about you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off, and instantly, well, maybe not you, but some people might instantly go, that guy's a jerk and he doesn't care about anybody but himself and he doesn't care that he just cut me off. Believe it or not, all of that is making shit up. Because you don't know that that guy's selfish. You don't know that that girl is just thinking about herself. All you really know is that you got cut off. Everything past getting cut off is you making shit up. What's really cool about our gift, because if that was just the essence of the gift, that we make shit up, that creates, yuckiness in our life, then that would be a sad thing. But the cool part about our gift is we really genuinely can make anything up in order to shift the way that we feel about a situation or a circumstance. So let's use that same one. Somebody cuts you off. And I guess I'm using this example, you guys, because I used to have crazy road rage. And so this was one of those areas that I made a conscious choice very early on in my my personal development journey to change, because it was so obvious that I had control over the circumstance and the situation, because that car drove away or that person tailgating me, I'm never going to see them in real life. I'm never going to interact with them. So I get to decide how I deal with that circumstance or situation. So back to somebody pulls out right in front of you, totally cuts you off. And I would say things like, man, I hope that guy gets his pregnant wife to the hospital in time. Or I really hope that kid gets to their piano lesson on time, or whatever. Like, I would find something. Now, you guys, I totally made shit up. The story wasn't real, but what it did for me was it changed the way that physiologically I was experiencing life, right? Because if somebody pulls out and they're a jerk, or they don't care about anybody but themselves, it makes me tense inside. Whereas if I'm like, man, go, I hope you get to the hospital, right? It actually relieves tension inside of me. And you guys, we can use this for anything, because there is so much more that we don't really know the truth about than the things that we really know truth about. And playing off principle number 9, a lot of what we think about the situation, like somebody cut me off and they're a jerk, is not even our own made up story, right? That could be a story that we're telling based on the way that we grew up, or I personally think, Louis, I love you, but my brother is a pretty crazy driver. I think I learned a lot of that aggression from him, and being in the car with him and saying, oh, this is how I do life when somebody cuts me off, right? So a lot of those thoughts might not even be your own thoughts that you're making up yourself, but when you don't stop and take charge of the stories that you're telling or the thoughts that you're thinking, then physiologically, we're affected by something that isn't even ours, right? So utilizing this gift to make shit up that actually serves you, that actually brings joy into your life, is vital for taking control and taking ownership of how we experience this life. All right, so that is principle number 10. Remember, you already have a PhD in it. Now use it to your benefit. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. And again, if you are new and you haven't heard any of the principles, they don't stack on each other. It's just a assortment of the foundation. So just because I played off of principle number 9 doesn't mean you have to know principle number 9 before you know principle number 10. I just happen to utilize that information, but definitely go back, you guys. Watch the introduction, watch 1 through 9 principles, because as we utilize all of them, then we get to experience life again in just such a cooler way. So see you tomorrow, you guys.